hello you lovely lot. We are going to be filming a little new segment for the S&C Hour today. It's a little bit of a spin-off and we're going to call it Over the Bar. Now, it's going to be where I have a guest, aka Mr. Grip and Rip, or Nick Jones, for anyone who knows him. And we're going to be sharing a bar, sharing a workout, and I'm going to ask him 5 questions that are totally specific to him. He doesn't know what they are yet, so I'm going to put him on the spot and we're going to go with whatever I give. So let's have a little crack, is it?
Cracking.
So, right. Let's go then, boy.
Right.
So you got snatch, pull, snatch.
Yeah.
Up to a heavy.
You were very natural in that introduction. It takes me at least a few takes.
Mate, it's the... I've done about 40 million takes in my head all day. And I still went different to what I would have done. Ish.
Ish. Yeah, I always have to, I'll either have a teleprompter in front of me with the words I'm supposed to say, I'll still fuck it up. I've never done a one take.
I've got so many clips of when I'm trying to make a content and it's like, I'll be just about to finish what I'm about to say and I'll get one word wrong and you'll hear me just go, and then just me just reaching for the camera like, shit. Right, I got hip powers. You're doing your snatch, pull, snatch purposely to, what, keep the bar close?
Keep the bar close. The issue I always have, well, I say, maybe I've always had, maybe I haven't, is that when it gets to this point, I'm basically, the knees almost straightening out.
So it's what distance in between you and it.
So I almost have too much distance. So in order to meet the bar, I have to swing my ass forward. And that's what we're creating this like swinging back onto the...
Seesaw.
Yeah, seesaw.
Yeah.
So it's like what we're trying to do is keep close here, get it to this hinge position, but I'm still pushing with the legs, going there, and then making sure then I don't...
It's going to be a lot closer to you.
But then, when I've done it right, then what happens is I'm not tall enough. So it's been a case of doing that. That was
finding the balance of it.
All day yesterday.
It's hard, isn't it, where you're caught in two minds where your natural thing is stay over. But then it's like, at what point do I
go?
Because, at what point do I actually start straightening up rather than just being like that for fucking...
Because as you well know, historically, I do not finish my pull. I am very keen to pull the trigger.
To just fly into it,
So because I'm trying to stay over for longer, I'm now doing this straight leg shit. I'm
like Superman kind of feeling,
And then it's all over the fucking shop.
Yeah, sweet. Sweet. The this is
looking for the chair.
Yeah, this is 2 30-plus-year-old weightlifters.
One more year.
One more year.
Give me one more.
There, that's where I need to get
nice,
to.
that's the position.
Yes. Good pull. Yeesh.
It could have been a bit taller than that one.
Fucking. I was expecting you to do another pull.
Yeah, me too. Not sure what happened there.
Just my eyes went up and you went down. I was like, oh, there he is.
Yeah, that was definitely a short pull. I was quick. That's the thing now. I can tell.
Yeah.
I can tell when I'm not tall enough.
The error. You can tell it now.
It's only taken 10 fucking years. Probably more actually. Have you seen the Grand Sumo Wrestling Tournament is in London?
No.
It's this weekend.
Right.
So I looked there and went, fucking hell, I'll go to that. I'll take some photos. That'll be fun. It's like all the best sumo wrestlers in the world.
This isn't a question. This isn't one of the 5.
This is just...
But since when have you liked sumo wrestlers?
I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
It's in the Royal Albert Hall, so they've done it all out. They've flattened it all out. They've put their ring.
Yeah, it's a ring in it.
Ring. They've sanded it and whatnot. And apparently they've had to reinforce the toilets. Because apparently one's broken already because a 200 kg sumo wrestler
sat on it and smashed it to bits.
Yeah, I don't know why I find sumo wrestling fascinating, but I would.
You would go film it?
I would go.
Yep. Solid. So the questions are all related to you.
Okay.
So there's no surprises.
How would you fix the Israel-Gaza
yeah. What are your views on global politics?
Where were you when Coney 2012 was really popular?
So, right. First question. Simple one. So, if people don't know, you are Mr. Grip and Rip.
Yes.
So you've got a business going around the country, outside of the country, to film weightlifting events, which is fucking cool, right? And you've also had experience with international back rooms. You filmed some of the best lifters on the planet, which is awesome. Now, if you could go back for any weightlifting event ever and have full access to either the back room and the competition platform, what competition would you pick?
That I've been to, or anyone
ever. So you could go way back. So you could go way back, or you could go close. It's up to you. Now, would you like me to do a lift?
Yeah, do a
set. So you can think. Yeah. I will happily do a lift.
You might have to ask me question number 2 next week.
4 hours later.
Nice. Try to think now. I'll do a set.
Yeah, do a set.
You've
got plenty of time.
We're going to be on clean.
We've got nothing but time. My eyes and my brain went back to the 85 kilo category when you had Tian Tao, Orktov, Okulov, Rostami, Sinkarian. Basically all of the best 85s were in that one category.
Yeah.
And there was a video on All Things Gym.
Yeah.
They had a back room of that.
Yeah.
And I think it was the event where who won it? Okulov won it, I think.
Yeah.
And it was just insane. The back room was Okulov snatching in his Team Russia coat, his jacket, and he was like snatching 150, 160, but he was like still zipped up coat. That's where I went.
That's the thing.
But you've got a greater knowledge than me, so.
And that is actually to my detriment. Because that means I have more choice.
With knowledge does not come power.
It's really hard. Like, the obvious one is Almaty 2014 with Ilya.
Yeah.
And just how many world records were broken in that clean and jerk session alone.
Yeah.
But I'm almost tempted to go that's too obvious.
Yeah. So you got Ilya Narudinov.
Yeah. You got the Russian.
Yeah, the Russian
who had
geezer.
These fucking shoes on.
Yeah.
Whited out the Adidas ones and drew a Nike symbol. It was sponsored by Nike.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, mental. Now let me do a snatch.
Yeah, carry on. This is a big question. This is deep.
Hey, fucking hell, yeah.
This is
I feel
deep,
like my reputation's relying on this.
Yeah, good pull. Same again.
Closer.
Yeah, straight in the pocket. I like it.
Nice. Right.
I like it.
I don't know if I want to give 2 answers, but the grip
you can give 2.
The grip and rip side of me, like the British weightlifting side of me, wants to do I think it was 2015, maybe 2016, Sonny Webster versus Owen Boxall.
Ah, yes, I know the one. Insane, back and forth, yeah.
being in that back room
Yeah.
would have been amazing.
Yeah.
I think.
From a British standpoint as well.
From a British standpoint, leading up to it was leading up to the Olympics, the Tokyo Olympics. I think I wasn't there, obviously, so I don't know, and I was very young in the sport at that point. But I think basically whoever won that was going.
Yeah.
And it was Sonny.
Sonny brought it home.
It won the shootout.
Yeah.
But that would be the grip and rip side of me.
Yeah.
Would say that one.
Yeah.
I'd have to think for like ever, all time.
Okay, that's a good.
It might be another British one. I don't know.
That's a good answer. To be fair, that's a good answer. You like part of me also went back to the days of like the Bulgarian like domination, where just to witness some of the freaks,
shit.
you know what I mean, that they had.
Yeah, there's some insane lifts out there, and some that I've heard of.
Yeah,
that
some of the backroom stories you hear, you know.
Yeah. Come on. Nice. Because like, as well at the moment I'm trying to find footage or photos of like things that have happened in Britain, which have like nearly been lost to history.
Yeah.
And sometimes I can't find any of that. I just have to find the news article.
Yeah.
So recently I didn't find it. In all fairness, Dan Kent of Weightlifting House, he was the one who sent it my way, and he's like, look, I found this for you. I know you were looking for it. Dan Kent's like an absolute legend in that like area. He'll find anything.
Yeah.
And it was like the British Championships, 1987. David Morgan weighing at least like maximum he was weighed was 82 and a half kilos. But he said he never really got that heavy. Like 80 was around about where he was. In the clean and jerk, he went 195, 201, and then 205. And I think 205 clean and jerk is probably the greatest clean and jerk at that like
body weight. Yeah, especially
not the heaviest.
No, but that's like insane.
Insane.
Yeah.
No one's doing that now. No one's done that for a very long time.
No.
So I think to witness that would have been great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think in terms of if I had to pick an international competition in the back room and I had access to the whole thing, I could take my camera, the whole lot. I think my obvious choice, and it's just because it is legendary, is Almaty 2014.
Yeah.
Just I think to witness Ilya in the shape he was in, and just to see what that back room was like, and like Ilya sprinted to the platform. You watch it, and he's going.
Was ready for that.
He was
lift.
ready, and
I can't imagine like obviously you watch the videos and the noise. Yeah. But that crowd erupted. Like I can't imagine standing there with that weight and just hearing and seeing that many people.
And like if he's running in the back, he's literally like jogging to the platform, sprinting up to it to get the bar.
You just knew he was.
Can you imagine what he's like in the back room?
Yeah, you know? Crazy.
And like every time one of his opponents hits the lift and hits a world record, it's like, right, fucking, there's the challenge. Do another one.
I'm putting a kilo on.
And he's like, well, I'm fucking Ilya.
Here's another one then.
And he missed the second clean and jerk as well.
Yeah.
You know?
He like is.
Yeah. And he was just like,
fuck it.
Don't worry about it.
Come on, lad. Yes. Yeah, nice. Oh.
It's a good question. Because there's all sorts of weird shit that goes on in the back room.
Yeah.
That people
so
don't see.
That's the thing. Like, I think the all access kind of things, like that's where with the hook grip channel recently with the training halls and the back rooms, I prefer that to almost
the vlog stuff.
The events, because
really
you get such an insight into who's in form, who's not, like what weights they're hitting, like are they looking like Abdo, the Egyptian lad, absolutely smoking everything in the training halls, looking like an absolute
unbeatable,
freak, and then come comp day doesn't do the best. But you look at people like Olivia Reeves, who in one of her clean and jerk sessions was like, I'm not feeling too confident, I might not go up, I might not, and that was only at 140, and then she comes out and breaks 2 world records and wins gold. So it's like, it's really cool just to see the difference in types of athlete as well. Like you got like the Colombians who are really loud and really like, almost like a party atmosphere, they've got their music playing, and then you've got like Gore and Lalian, like no music, just them two, no knee sleeves, no belt, no nothing, just in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt, and they're just like saunter on over, do a lift, sit back down, and it's just like the characters in the back rooms, you know.
In training halls, well, I've only had one experience in a training hall, Europeans, but you see that amongst the training teams as well. Yeah. So you'll see some teams train in absolute silence, being in a corner on their own. And then other teams will bring their own music. The Italians will bring their own little speaker. They'll be there in the corner. They'll all be there together.
What do you want on next?
With, I'll do one more. And then the Irish are the same. Sean Brown. Brought his own sort of like one of those JBL speakers, and because like they're playing sometimes in a hall they'll have music, but by the second day you've heard the same playlist.
You fucking hate it.
Like, fuck this. You get his speaker on, and they'll all be around the sort of same platforms, 2 or 3 of them. 2 or 3 platforms. So yes, there's so much
goes on
that you don't see. And hang on, let me do this.
Yeah, no, carry on, mate. Concentrate on this. Get this done. Same again.
Bosh.
Same pull, lad. Yes. Come on, same again. That was spot on. That was the one.
That was the one. You see like the things you see online on social media, that's been the production of it. It's gone from like 10 years ago, it was those vlogs. And that kind of look. And now you see like the progression of it where you got like weightlifting house with Seb
production
and his team. It's like a production value to it. And that's great. Like that progression's fantastic.
But I love the simplicity of just a guy and a camera.
That's just gone back to that. Because in this age, like people want something a bit more authentic. And a bit more just ready, like, oh, it's just my phone, whatever. And I like that shit.
No, I love it. I love like just what's the word called? It's like the rawness of it, of just like a guy, camera, walking around, asking questions, film a lift, turn around, film another, not like edits and fucking, like, it looks like almost like a movie trailer. I'd rather it be, that's Nick, here's a lift, and then skips, here's Nick again, here's angled lift, you know what I mean?
It's very simple.
It's just honest, you know, you get to actually see the misses, the makes, the wobbles, not just the perfect angled
and
stuff.
And even though there's a place for that sort of stuff, and
it's
fantastic, I love watching it.
But it's just not all the time.
That relates more to your everyday human being. Who's training just like us. Be like, oh, fucking, here's Charlie now. Got a camera over there. 75 on the bar. He's in good shape today.
Nice. Second question.
Question number 2.
So this is another content question, and the last content question I have for you. So for your job and for your hobby, you've done lots of different styles of content where you've done like the Taranenko documentaries, but then you've also done the, going to a lifting event, filming lifts. You've also done, editing tutorials. You've done like a wide range of catalogs basically of your own kind of things. So what has been your favorite piece of content to go, I made that, like you put your stamp on that and went, I fucking love doing that. And what has been one that you kind of gone, oh fuck, do I have to? Like, do I have to make this? Do I have to keep going? Or has there been a bit of content where you've gone, I don't want to do this?
I don't want to make it, it's a very good question. So there's a few things. So this is the thing. Like when you start out, like as a creative and doing something, it normally happens because you have some sort of taste.
Yeah,
Like, you know
yeah.
what looks good, and then you're like, I really want to make shit.
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
good. But your skill, like your taste, what you think is good, and
Yeah.
your skill level, and there's
The gap between, yeah,
so
yeah.
You're making it, and then you're like, you put it down, you look at it, went, that looks nothing like. It looks nothing like
The
what
idea I
I'm
had
fucking
isn't
making.
that. Yeah.
So over time, you keep on developing your skill, and that gap gets closer and closer and closer and closer.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether you always close the clap.
Yeah.
Where you always close the gap and you make the thing that you thought you made. There's a few things where I've like, once I've made it, I've been really happy. I've been like, that was class.
Yeah,
and then later on, I'm like, the big thing for me is I see in the thing that I made where my inspiration came from.
Yeah.
So I'll look at other stuff and I'll put it all together. And that's great. Like that's how you build your skill. You take inspiration from other people and you put it together to your own thing. But at some point you gotta go and like, what's uniquely mine?
Yeah. Find your own sort
What's
of
my own
lane.
style?
Yeah. Find your direction.
So far, there's been plenty of things where I've made something. I'm like, that's great, and then immediately I'm like, that just looks like
so and so.
Yeah. I just look like, not to say I look like a copycat, but like I can immediately
I know what you mean.
see it.
It must be hard when, obviously, it's similar like with weightlifting. It's similar where, you watch a weightlifter for long enough and you start trying to emulate them and start trying to copy their setup or their pull or their shoes or how they fucking dress. And you don't even realize you've done it. And then you look back at a video and you go, I've just totally changed my X, Y, or Z because I watch Carlos Nassar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yes. Come on then. Oi!
That was actually really good.
Yeah, it was lovely.
That was actually really nice.
That was a 90 pull.
I'm okay with that. Just a bit swingy. There'll be things I look back on, like made, and be like, I wish I didn't make that. But it was all part of the
learning process.
Part of the journey. I think there are probably times where I wish I put more like boundaries in place.
Yeah.
When it's been like, hey, can you just make this quick little thing? And I should have gone, no. Like either one, you're not paying me, or two, I don't want to do it. But yeah, I think more boundaries along the way, I think would have been good.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you only really know what your boundaries are until someone pushes them.
Experience, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think there's anything. I look back sometimes.
Do you want 75 on?
I'll do 75, yeah. I should be able to hit that, no problem.
You sound mega confident. You should be able to snatch 75 kilos.
How do we stop recording this thing? I don't know why I'm asking that.
See it, lad. Yes. Come on then. Nice. I really liked, I found the editing clips that you make where it's like, you'll be explaining how to edit. I like those because it was good for me because I'm a fucking total beginner when it comes to stuff like that. But then like the Taranenko documentary, obviously I think that probably was maybe a bit closer to home for me because obviously
we were there.
You brought it to the gym.
That happened 2 years before I actually made the video. So then I had to try and recreate the video 2 years later on.
That's fucking nuts.
2 years later on to be like, how do I retell this? But it's already in the fucking box in my garage. And it's been there for 2 years. I have no idea what to fucking do with it. Nice. Nice. The funniest thing about the Taranenko one is like Geordie, our good old friend Jordan Sakas, Geordie told me about it, about the story about the Taranenko platform, maybe about a year before.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember what prompted me to be urgent that we needed to find it. But I think there was a rumor like it was going to get thrown out.
Yeah.
It was on its way getting thrown out. And we like, well, wherever this is, we need to find it.
Yeah.
So I got quite urgent on that week to be like, to find it. And I found it, like the story says, in a fucking pile of ash at Swansea Dock or whatever. And it's in my car in a fucking metal box. And I've just called Geordie up. Geordie, I'm coming to your house right now. Like, be there. And he's like, what? I said, don't worry about it, I'll tell you now. He genuinely thought I was in a fight. He thought I was getting chased down by people. So he's out, you know where he used to live in Newport, and he's got his little mound. He was there, like, a dog next to him, ready like that. And he's like, what's wrong? I found a box of metal. Yeah. And he's like, it's the town ankle platform.
I just remember the excitement. I remember I found it, and I was like, oh, that's fucking class. Bring it to the gym, let's set it up. And you were like, well.
I can't set it up.
Well, it's in bits.
Yeah.
Yes, good pull. Same again. Come on, lad. Yeah. Oh, there he is.
Switched on.
Third question for you. This is more of a personal one about your lifting. If you could relive one moment, only one moment from your lifting career from the start to the finish, what would it be and why? And you can only choose one. So it can't be like a session, it has to be a lift.
Well, I'll let you pick it, you know it.
Well, see, look, so obviously, for me, it would be the 20 from block, because the whole session was 20 from block, 50 clean.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome session, wasn't it? The 20 from block was amazing. But then there was also, for me, I remember we did a competition where, I can't remember, you won the competition. We were in the back room together and you won the competition. And I remember it was
just before I shot off the weightlifting house.
Yes, yeah. It was just before you were leaving to go work away. And it was like you were leaving the gym. It was a big move for you, you know, you're leaving home. And then it was like the last lift of the competition, you make the lift. And it's just, I remember the atmosphere, the crowd. I remember your reaction. I remember like being there thinking.
Very emotional time as well.
Yeah, exactly. So there was lots of things going on, you know, in your life. And I remember being in the back room with you. And I remember sitting there and I was like, this just means more than the lift, if you know what I mean. It was like, I remember even then sitting there watching it, and I was like, at the time we're competing against each other, and it's like, I want to win, you want to win. I want to lift well, you want to lift well. But I remember in those moments, I was sat there and I was like, I really hope he makes this lift.
Looking back at that comp and how I felt, like you said, it's like no other comp, because there's so much more
going on behind the scenes.
At the same time then, I'm not thinking about, I've got to hit this lift. But I was never going to miss it, and that sounds really weird.
No.
It sounds really weird.
It was just,
because we're in the moment.
It was almost just like written that, like I said, like even I was competing against you. I was there going, I hope he makes this lift.
Yeah. Very special comp.
I'll do one more of that.
Yeah.
What do you want?
I'll do 80 again.
80, yeah. 90. But obviously, you know, you talk about the 120.
The 120, I think the 120 speaks for itself for us because
we want 120.
We were there.
Yeah.
We were there. That was a very special moment. I think in terms of I'd had major surgery a year and a half before.
Yeah.
And hitting 120 with my shoulder, like being brand new.
Yeah.
And having all sorts of fucking shit in it. That was like a sort of line in the sand.
Yeah.
The comp, I would say the biggest one, the pedestal one is the one you mentioned, is the comp.
Yeah.
One, because there was so much more around it. It was, and at the same time, like I wasn't thinking about competing, beating you. I was just very much in the moment of, I'm at a competition, I'm with my training partner, my good friend.
Yeah.
I'm around my second family. You know, I am leaving my second family. I've been here for 7 years.
So whittle down to that thing.
Yeah, enjoy every single second. So it's like every single snatch, I'm going to enjoy this snatch and make it the best one ever.
There's a picture of me and you sat next to each other, and we're both just like, we're both just fucked, and we're both just sat there. And I remember, like, in competitions, if I was in competition with you, I wouldn't sit next to you. I wouldn't want to be with you because I'm like, I want to be against you.
We'd be on opposite platforms.
I want to be like, I want to be over here and I want to be showing you I'm going to fucking smoke this lift, and now it's up to you.
It's times like that, you know, we're all very good competitors, and we all want to be the best that we can be at weightlifting, and that's why we do it. We put a lot of effort in.
Yeah.
But then we forget the bigger picture of the point of it all.
Yeah,
things like that, for
what
family,
the fuck's going
for
on
community,
behind closed
you know,
doors.
for friendships, and what it does for people. Like, you know, we all know what COVID did for people and how tough it was not having spaces like that.
Yeah.
And that was what, 2 years later?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that really hits home how important it is and why we do it.
Come on, lads. Same again. Same lift. Yes. Come on. There it is. Oh. Smoked. You gonna go 90?
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, fucking right. All right, I'll stay at 80.
That's a clip.
This one is a bit of a fun one.
Okay, nice.
Right. Now, it's good that you actually wore that top because it ties in nicely. So, Nick...
Show my age with this.
Yeah, top. Nick is a big rugby fan.
As any Welshman should be.
Yes, yeah, as any Welshman should be, even though we are shite at the moment.
Now.
But the next question is rugby and weightlifting related.
Okay.
Now, you can only choose one. So would you rather win the World Cup with Wales, you're playing, and you score the winning try?
Yeah.
Or would you rather win a gold medal at the Olympics for GB and you break a world record in either the snatch or clean jerk?
The rugby one.
The rugby?
Rugby, hands down.
Yeah. When I was thinking about it, I was thinking as soon as you turned up in that top, I was like, he's going to pick Wales.
That was the dream as a kid.
Yeah.
Like for a lot of kids, it's the dream is to play rugby for your country or play any sport for your country, but the one you start with.
Yeah.
For me, it was rugby.
Yeah.
That'd be hands down.
I think
Cardiff as well.
I think the only
It's
way.
in Cardiff.
Yeah. The only way it would sway for me is if it was a world record that was never broken.
Yeah.
Because you are.
What, the weight class has changed the next day?
Yeah. Shit.
Can't beat it now. Nice. Like, not to like completely what's the word? Put it down on making a world record at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Winning a gold. That would be obviously awesome, and like arguably, if you win a gold for Team GB at the Olympics, you know, your legendary status across the UK and across the world is probably greater than winning.
Well, this is the other thing. This is the other thing. So you have to weigh up the fact of, like, you could be in a Welsh squad, be on the pitch for 5 minutes as a sub, score the winning try, and you are still legendary status.
Yeah.
But did you do as much as someone who started the game?
Yeah.
But then, with Olympic lifting, it's just you.
It's just me.
It's just you. So it's you on your own, and you provide a gold medal for your country with a world record to say, like, imagine, like, there's been so many players who have won big trophies, World Cups, Six Nations, who you wouldn't be able to name now.
Yeah.
But to say at that moment in time, I was the strongest man
in the world,
on the planet in this weight category, and I broke a world record as on top of that. So I've lifted more than anyone ever has, and I'm now the strongest. Like, that's a stamp to say,
true,
I'm the man.
I would say the reason for my answer is twofold. One, my national allegiance.
Yeah.
Do I see myself more as Welsh, or do I see myself more as British?
Okay.
I see myself more as Welsh.
Imagine if you were in a Welsh singlet.
Oh,
it wasn't, they've somehow got rid of GB and it's now England, Scotland, Wales.
Wales is an independent nation.
Yeah, Wales is an independent nation. You're lifting for Wales, and you kilo an Englishman. to add fuel to the fire.
Just wrote down a question.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a very good change of the question. I mean, the second part of the answer was going to be that inherently a lot of my values and worldview comes from my time playing rugby growing up and rugby culture. And like, you know, you and me have been a part of where like a a club and a community where a lot of those values of community togetherness that come from rugby have been
It's ingrained into weightlifting.
So I'm still like in my heart. I've obviously been weightlifting for like 10 plus years now, but a lot of my worldview and values do come from rugby, and that's how so it's a very difficult one. Now you've changed it to Wales, Kilo and Englishman. I don't know. It's a difficult one.
For me, there would be no greater feeling than standing in Cardiff with the Welsh rugby team, singing the Welsh national anthem when you're about to play someone like England. And that I can't imagine what that feeling must be like, just having a group of lads next to you that are all Welsh, and it's all about, okay,
that teamness.
We're in together, you know what I mean? It's like if one goes in, we all go in kind of attitude.
Yeah. I think Welsh rugby is so much ingrained to Welsh culture as well. Nearly every...
Well, Wales is rugby, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So I think being brought up like that and having so much of that in my life, more than weightlifting, I think the answer would still be winning try against England in a World Cup.
Oh, yeah. Come on, lad. Yes. Hold it. Good lad. Well done.
Nice.
This isn't a question, but it can go in. When did you start? What age were you when you started lifting?
Weightlifting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so lifting or weightlifting?
Snatch, clean jerk.
Snatch, clean jerk. It would have been 2013, so...
12 years.
12 years ago.
Nice.
So 22.
About the same as me. Well, 12 years, same as me.
22.
Yeah.
I think...
It's been a long
12
time.
Years. Yeah, a long time. It's interesting. It's like back to the question of the rugby one. A lot of weightlifters who start at that age and get to now are like, oh, I wish I started sooner.
Yeah.
And if you could turn back the clock and you could start at 12 or 13, would you do more? I don't think I would have got. I don't wish I got into weightlifting sooner. Because my rugby career was like from 9, so I was like age 9, all the way to about 21. All the way up to, when did I stop rugby? 2016.
Yeah.
So a bit older. 2015, 2016 is when I stopped.
Yeah.
And I played for a lot of great clubs, and I had a lot of great memories of rugby, and I wouldn't change that. I wouldn't wish I got into weightlifting sooner.
Yeah.
I would have. I'm glad that I did rugby the way I did.
Yeah. Yes. Strong. The reason I ask about the age thing, so 21. So, like, if you went back to, let's say, a 20-year-old Nick.
Yeah.
Right. 20-year-old Nick, and you could give him one piece of advice. Could be about anything. Could be about weightlifting. Could be about life. Could be about filming. Could be just anything about anything. If you could give 20-year-old Nick a bit of advice, what would it be? And you can have a think, because I got these fucking polls to do anyway. So you've got plenty of time.
One advice. Invest in Bitcoin.
Yeah, true.
Buy Bitcoin, boy.
Buying the dip.
Buying the dip. I think the one advice I would give a younger version of myself, which, like, the context of the statement is important, is to give less of a fuck.
Yeah.
But
totally
that
understand.
is mostly down to the fact that the majority of things I used to worry about, and I used to have a lot of anxiety about a lot of things, didn't matter.
No.
And I would get wound up about things that in 2 weeks' time wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
So, and they ended up mattering more than they should have because I got so fucking wound up and anxious about it.
Yeah.
So, but that's a really hard bit of advice to give someone because that's something you have to work through.
Yeah.
And
that comes with experience and age.
Yeah.
I think when you realize, I think that comes from as well, when you actually have a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when you're so worried about something and you're like, it's such a silly, insignificant problem. And then when you actually do have a real problem, you suddenly go, well, that thing I was worried about last week means absolutely nothing compared to what I'm about to do.
Yeah.
And when you start realizing that you can get through that absolute horror show of whatever it is, then everything just becomes easy.
Yeah, you're spot on with that. That's exactly how I would say it. That's exactly how I feel.
Yep. Yep. Nice.
Yeah, when, like you say, when experience happens and you go through shit and shit happens and you find when you speak to people who have gone through a thing or two, they probably feel the same as you when it comes to anxiety or how they deal with stuff.
Yeah.
And some things, while important at the time and can be important to the individual or whatever, in the grand scheme of things, don't matter that much.
No.
Doesn't mean you ignore them and you don't have to do them and you don't have to deal with them.
No.
But then you're sort of how much it affects you, or how much weight it actually has, is definitely decreased. Yeah, I would say that would be the advice I give, but it wouldn't. That advice wouldn't work.
No,
it's just it's really hard to be like,
don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Wait until and then you're fucked. Sorry, I'm sorry. You can bleep that bit out. You can bleep that bit out.
That is such a clip, but I don't know if I have the heart to actually do it.
You can bleep it.
I think like bits of advice like that, especially for someone who's young, because youngsters are now so caught up in how everyone feels and thinks about them.
Yeah.
You can sacrifice so much of your own life just to kind of humor someone or some people or whatever, when realistically you shouldn't really give a fuck.
Yeah. Nice. I think my advice would be, and I only realized it sort of like later on, I used to really get, especially at the very beginning of like my creative journey, like massive imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, so like I have two friends, Mel and George, and when we were in our 20s, Mel and George were the filmmakers.
Yeah.
And they went to film school and they've been on these amazing projects.
Yeah.
And I was the rugby player.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that's how I acted.
Yeah.
And now, I've always looked up to them and the stuff that they made and the stuff they performed in.
Yeah.
And then when I started getting into that filmmaking journey, I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not like them.
Yeah.
I'm not a filmmaker. I'm a fucking rugby player. And I think the one thing that really helped me get rid of that imposter syndrome, when someone turned around and went sort of like, no one knows what they're doing.
Yeah. Like everyone's winging everything.
Everyone's winging it.
Yeah.
No one knows what's going to happen tomorrow. And everyone's like, even those people who you think know what they're doing, I'm sure people look at what I'm doing with Grip and Rip and go, Nick's got assessed. I have no idea what I'm doing next week.
Yeah.
I'm completely winging it. So if everyone else is allowed to wing it and to put themselves out there and to do the things that they want to do and be a part of that game and have a piece of the pie, then you should as well. Purely out of spite, just to be like, well, if they can, why can't I?
I'm part of it. Yeah.
And I think that's the advice I would give, is that no one knows what the fuck they're doing. So and you don't either. So just go for it.
Yeah.
And fuck it.
Just have a go, innit?
Just have a go. Because I think that's the advice I would give. Because like you say, you would look. I've done things like you just mentioned there, where I look at a video so many times and be like, oh, it's cringy. Is it this? Is it good enough? Or whatever. You'd be like, fuck it. Just.
It's I think it's refreshing to hear it as well from someone like yourself, not to blow smoke up your ass, but you are very good at what you do. You're very good at coming across on camera, and your content is very well liked and loved. And for someone like you to be saying you've got that imposter syndrome, then you can imagine what someone like myself, who until we set up the podcast, which wasn't really meant to be a podcast, until we set that up, that's the first time that I'd ever really spoken in front of a camera that was unedited or not scripted. Yeah. So, when we first posted the pod, I remember listening to it back going like, oh my God, you sound like a mong, you sound like you're talking, waffling, you're doing all this stuff. And then people would be like, oh, I really enjoyed the pod, it was really good. And I was thinking at the time, oh, okay, I don't need to be this brushed, perfect personality that knows how to, address a camera. It's just be who you are. Yeah. And then if the people like you, then who cares? Yeah. If they don't, also, who cares? Exactly. You know what I mean? I'm not posting it for anyone in particular. I'm just kind of, me and Sam, it's similar to what we're doing now. The idea for tonight was come and train, talk, but train. Like we do this anyway. Exactly. So it's like the thought process isn't, okay, Nick, here's this script. We're going to make this content. It's just, let's just have a chat and do some lifts. You know what I mean?
I think, because I still get the cringe factor now. I look at something I do and I'm like, fuck, that was cringy. Like recently, everyone messages me about how much they love the Maddie interview from the British.
Oh yeah, it's cool.
And we all have our own insecurities. And when I watch that back, I just hear how fast I'm talking because I'm so like, it's my first interview. I'm like, oh! yeah. And she's like, oh, fucking, she don't care what I've said. She's just like, she's so excited.
High on life,
and everyone's like, fucking, that's a great video.
It shows you're passionate as well, though, doesn't it? If you're natural about something, then you're not going, okay, I'm going to have to fake this persona. Yeah. If you're genuinely speaking fast, it's because you're excited or, nervous or you're thinking about what's just happened. You're not going, right, I'm going to be this perfect version of Nick.
It's really hard to do. And like people who if you try to do the whole make it perfect thing,
it don't work.
You'll never make anything ever.
No.
So just go for it. That would be my advice to my younger self. Just fucking send it.
Cool. Yep. Yep. Nice. Now I said there's 5, but I'll add a part two. Point 2
part
B.
Question 5B.
Yeah.
Nice.
So give yourself a little bit of advice from a weightlifting perspective. So if you could go back and go, because there's certain moments in my weightlifting career where I made ridiculous decisions that cost me big time in the long run. Yeah. And there was also mentalities that I went through that I thought were wrong or I thought were right that were vice versa. Yeah. So, for example, for me, I remember when we joined Willpower, when I joined Willpower, I joined Willpower and it was a club full of what I looked at was incredible weightlifters. I'd come from a CrossFit gym where it was basically only me and Tom Eels and a good friend of mine called Kyle, who we had no real idea of what we're doing. We just liked Olympic lifting. Yeah. Then turning up at Willpower, which it was so, for the lack of...
Weightlifting is life.
Yeah, it wasn't like you can go in and do some strength and conditioning. It was no, you go in, you snatch, you clean jerk, you squat, you pull, you go, And I remember going into that environment and thinking, right, I have to now impress everyone in here. Yeah. In here. It was like every time I arrived there, I was putting on this thing of, okay, I have to prove that I should be here. I have to lift a certain way or a certain amount. And it was pushing myself through points at the time, which I wasn't ready for. So, you'll get to a point with your lifting where, especially if you're a youngster, where your body is developing, but it's not quite ready for that next step yet. And your ligaments, your joints, your areas in your body need to be accustomed to the lift before they start to actually put on more and more mass and more weight through your body and also through the bar. And I remember when I first joined, I was doing things purely on attitude and drive that I was like, I will put myself under this bar because I had Geordie and Charlie Stone and I had Justin and I had, yourself and, all these men around me that I was like, right, I'm not going to quit. I'm going to put myself under that bar by any means necessary. And I'd walk away with injuries. And I was, for a long time, it was a bit of a joke. Me and you at one point, it was like, you're in the rehab corner again, or you're injured again. And it was purely because I was there going, I have to be better than I am now. And I'm willing to basically kill myself. And I had big injuries that were for the sake of, on a random Saturday, going in, showing off or trying to show off in front of the people, power cleaning heavy, bulge a disc in your lower back, you can't walk, you can't sleep, you can't eat, you can't fucking train, you can't work, and you're out of training for 6 months. There wasn't an experience like that in my life where sitting in the corner of a room doing banded fucking glute bridges and watching yourself and Geordie and, you know, Mikey all, you know, snatching 120 from block and, you know, Geordie cleaning 180 and I'm just there going, oh. And I remember just feeling like, is it worth it? Am I going to come back from this? And obviously I did, and it was great. But there were so many moments in my career where I stepped up to the bar when I knew I wasn't ready. I knew my body wasn't ready, but I still went, fuck it, took a deep breath and just went for it. And then afterwards, when everyone was done and they didn't care whether, you know, you wouldn't care if I cleaned that or didn't clean it. It was just you were my mate. But in my head, I thought I have to prove to Nick I'm going to do that. And then it was that whole thought process of, well, I'm injured now. No one else is injured. No one else is injured. No one else is, like, you're ready for that. I'm not ready for that. And then that would be the piece of advice I'd give my young self. It's like, just be patient. Lift for tomorrow, not right now. Just build this level of consistency in your training. Build the level of patience. Build the level of consistency. Because then as soon as I learned that and listened to myself, I would go 2 years without an injury. And you're like, oh, what the fuck? I've wasted 6 months of my life doing fuck all, you know?
As well. Like, one of my biggest weightlifting regrets is trying to rush back from a shoulder impingement to go to Welsh seniors, because I was part of the qualifying process of the development to get into the Welsh squad. Like yourself, definitely wasn't ready. Put my shoulder out. 2 years out of the sport. Too much money later on a shoulder surgery. It's not worth it. I think you can take. I don't know if this is the right phrase, but you can take weightlifting seriously, but not take yourself seriously. Like, you could,
it's not the end of the world.
It's not the end. It's just weightlifting. It's like, take it seriously and be serious about it. Don't take it entirely seriously. It's just weightlifting. And just make sure you can do weightlifting.
It's fun. It's meant to be fun. It's not meant to be.
Wait, what? This is news to me. Who's been telling you this kind of shit?
I think on that note, I think that's the 5 done.
Nice.
Thank you, mate.
Stuff.
Thank you.
That was a lot of fun.
Lovely job.